Alright, let's welcome back. We're going into year 9, I believe. There it is. Year 9 of our People of the Lantern campaign. So I was having a look. Obviously, we've got the Hooded Knight to do, and we're up against the King's Man today. So it doesn't mean we get to go after a hunt. We are set going against the King's Man. That's just going to be what it is. We can't choose. We're not even going to have a hunt phase. But in our notes, we've got make a shield, innovate, and mate in preparation for the Kingsman. That is because we're going to need some, basically just having some people. Like the Kingsman is, in my opinion. So I've done one campaign. I'm on year 19 on the second campaign. Obviously, I've got this solo campaign going through now. The Kingsman is, I think, by far the hardest thing I have fought in my experience of playing KDM so far. I've not played any of the expansions. I've just played base game 1.6. And this guy, I haven't killed yet, I don't think, in any of my things. So let's go through and we'll see what we'll get through the settlement phases and everything else before we go ahead and hopefully get to make the shield and mate in preparation. So, Acid Storm. The air tastes sour and burns the survivor's cracked lips. The sky cracks in great flashes, revealing spiraling black clouds. Finally it opens, dousing everything in acid rain. Roll 1d10. Okay. We'll roll a d10 and we'll see what the results are. That doesn't seem good. The survivors, oh thank me, a 1. Each returning survivor must archive a gear, goddamn. The survivor with the highest insanity runs into the storm, bellowing wildly. They must skip their next hunt. Thank God they don't die. Thank God they don't die. It's just the survivor with the most insanity, so it's not the returning. We've got 2. It's just these people, they both have 2. Do they say anything about if it's a tie? The survivor with the highest insanity, randomized in case of ties. Okay. What's between these two is between Walker and David. So this one's going to be for Walker. This one's for Walker. This one's for David. That's a 3. That's a 4. David is skipping the next hunt, unfortunately. And let's do it as well so it hides skipping the next hunt too. Is David out here currently? They are, aren't they? So we'll return them to the settlement. Cool. And then we've got lingering effects. The storm prevents music endeavors, and the storm inspires +2 to the result of all art endeavors, which is very nice. We've got requires nightmare training, which we don't have, and requires cooking, which we also don't have. So we can't do either of those. Okay, so we're going into our thingy phase then now. What we will do is first we want to make the shield. So the shield is a leather, a bone, and a hide. I think what we do, the pelt is used for the Screaming Antelope stuff, so we kind of want to keep the pelt. We don't have the Screaming Antelope stuff yet, it's under the stone circle, but we kind of want to keep the pelt if we can. So I think what I'll do, I'm going to spend an endeavor, and we are going to convert these 2 into leather, because it can be any hide that you can convert into leather. As it is with the ammonia. I'm pretty sure, yeah, we have ammonia. So spend any number of hides to add an equal number of leather. So that's 2 leather that we have. And then I'm going to use this hide, the leather, and the a random bone, which will just get rid of this monster bone, to create another leather shield. So we've got 2 leather shields. That's fantastic. Let me go grab another leather, because we should obviously have 1 left over from after what we've made. So there we go. Oh, I've brought the dice along with us. Put those to the side. So okay, we'll innovate next then. So again, we'll use this bone. We'll use this organ. Oh, we're gonna have to use the pelt. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I like. The pelt is going to be nice, but we can grind the Screaming Antelope if we want to. When I do that, we're going to innovate. That's also going to be another endeavor. And because we've got Symposium, we get to draw 4 innovation cards, and we get to choose one of them. Oh, look, we've got Nightmare Training and Cooking, both of which are things for this. So Nightmare Training, we burn to death, we're injured, but on an 8+, we gain Acid Palms. We get to add 1d10 strength to wound attempts when attacking with the fist and tooth. That is really good, but my god, that is really hard to grab to get on a roll, but that is strong. And cooking allows you to get the founding stone. Now, cooking, as we say, cooking's nice, but it's only really good when you're hunting things that are like quite far along on the hunt board. Hovel, I think, might be what we go to. Scrap smelting, honestly, is fantastic. And I would grab scraps. I would have grabbed scrap smelting over anything. However, from where we've been quite slow, we obviously have 4 scrap that we can sit there and smelt into iron. Any iron and scrap resources, we're kind of far from it right now. We don't even have a weapon crafter right now. So it's something that we can grab later, honestly. So yeah, I think we're going to go to the hovel. I think the +1 survival limit and departing survivors getting +1 survival as well, so it goes up to a 3 and we get 3 survival limit, I think is honestly what we want. 1, 2, look at that, 3 departing survival and we have 3 survival. So we're always leaving with the maximum survival that we can hold. I think that's really good. And we got hovel consequences. Sorry if you can hear the washing machine, by the way. It vibrates the entire house like I'm vibrating the entire house. Is ridiculously old. Okay, so that's good. I know we want to mate in preparation for the King's Man. So we don't have anything necessarily to be intimate with, so we would have to do endeavors, and we only have 2 endeavors to be able to do that, to try and get the mate. Oh, we have matchmaker, actually. We didn't write that on the thing. We've got 1 matchmaker. Well, let's guarantee do that then. We'll spend an endeavor, and we're going to do an intimacy roll. And we will nominate 2 unnamed survivors. These 2. Unnamed right at the end there. And we'll nominate those 2. So now that we've got the hovel, if we get a 10, we get a special child. I've never had a special child before. I don't know how they work. Well, we're going to take the 9. That's twins. That is really good. Bam, bam. Look at that. Oh, God, that is brilliant. As far as, like, it's just so nice being able to see, like, having so much. We could try and push it to endeavor again and try and get another set of twins, but I think we're looking for a lot of luck there to try and obviously get that 15 population. We're in no rush to get the 15 population. Oh, shit, actually, before we was meant to do everything else, we were meant to do the Hooded Knight. Thankfully, it's not going to do too much harm. So, we need to just roll on the mysterious agenda because he hasn't shown up yet. And we get a 8. The Hooded Knight forces a tattered parcel into the hands of the returning survivor with the most hunt XP. If tied, it's randomized, and the Hooded Knight leaves with unfinished business. If there are no returning survivors, then the Knight leaves with unfinished business. So, the person with the highest hunt XP, it could actually be David. So let's just quickly get this back. David has 4 hunt XP. It actually is David. Okay, so let's bring David back out for a second, even though he's skipping this next hunt. So he's going to get the tattered parcel. He's going to get the Twilight Sword, which has to be equipped to his person. And then we're going to get the Blue Lantern and the Dormant Twilight Cloak gear. These ones are not going to be placed on his person. They can be placed elsewhere. So the Twilight Sword, I'll zoom in on it for a second so you can see what it looks like. And then the... where is the other stuff? Might need to be under a different... this is all promo gear, isn't it? So it won't be under here. That was from... Oh, no, there it is. Dormant Cloak. And the Blue Lantern. There you go. So, first of all, Dormant Cloak. 3 head armor. It's unique, irreplaceable, and an accessory. You ignore sentient and all gear, but you cannot depart with this if you have 3+ understanding. So it's not too bad, but if you have 3 understanding, if you're smart, you can't wear it. And then the Blue Lantern is a sentient, which, as for your action, you can suffer 2d10 brain damage and reveal the hit location cards until you reveal the trap. Put them all back in the same order, limited once per showdown. So you can just get an idea of how far the trap is. So they're pretty decent. And then the Twilight Sword. So this guy is now forced to have the Twilight Sword. So you can see it looks kind of weird, doesn't it? We've got an asterisk where normally it would be what you need to roll to hit. So, because what that means is basically, I think it says it got the weapon there. Sorry, I realised that. The sun's hitting my face in a weird way. You can see, it gains devastating 2 when activated. Accuracy is 9 minus the Twilight Sword proficiency level. So if we, unfortunately, we literally just became proficient in the bow, but if we could have been proficient in the Twilight Sword, that's basically what that would be. Makes the Twilight Sword just get quite strong. And basically, the more you use the Twilight Sword, the more OP you get. But we're proficient in the bow. There are ways to get rid of your weapon proficiency. And it is a rule I also need to Google, because when this person dies, no one else, I think, can pick up the Twilight Sword. Like, it just sort of goes away. It's cursed. I don't know if you can reclaim it or not, or when it's in the when it's in like the settlement, you can choose to grab it for someone else. I don't know how that works. I'll need to have a Google. But for now, that guy's got it in his grid. They can go back. But cool, that is it. We just need to add the Hooded Knight 4 years from now. And we don't have record, so that one won't work. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to be having the Hooded Knight appear from there. Cool. Now we got that one endeavour left. So we don't have any endeavours here that we can spend on doing stuff. No, we don't. Oh, no, we wanted to make the flat teeth, didn't we, for the guitars? There was someone here proficient in the guitars. There we go. So I think what we do is we can make 2 of those guitars, and then they can be paired. Or are those guitars under the weapon crafter? I have a sneaky feeling. No, they're not. Oh, they're under Stone Circle, I think, then, right? Yeah, they're under Stone Circle. There's 3 organs and a hide. We don't actually have 3 organs and a hide to do, so that might have been something to have done beforehand, because having those 2 would be really strong. But I suppose we're just not going to be able to do that now. But what we have left, we can make... I kind of want to keep the leather. I don't really want to create one of a weapon craft with it. I'm trying to see if there's anything else ready to make. I don't think so. Just got bone. So what do we have armor-wise going? We've got someone with a bone sword coming in. We got rawhide armor. We could actually probably make another bit of leather armor. That might not be too bad. Start getting someone closer to having a full leather gear. Might not be a bad shout. If this classed as a hide, I would have 100% used it as a to make another shield. But okay, I think we'll make a chest piece then, which is just going to be a... Oh, wait, does the leather give... Is there any gear on the leather that gives speciality? When you depart, you gain 2 survival. At the start of your action, you may move 1 extra space. That could be good. That could be really good, actually. I think we'll make the leg piece. We'll see if we can connect it up. I don't think we will be able to connect it up with things, but we can see. So that's 1 leather, 1 hide. We actually can't. So we'll make the braces instead. Oh, it's also 1 leather, 1 hide. Oh my god. I think we'll make the chest piece. We'll make the chest piece. That's 1 leather and that's 1 tooth. We'll just get rid of the... Actually, I kind of want to keep the skull for now. We'll get rid of this. There we go. We'll make the chest piece. So, boom. There we go. We got that out. So now with that, we can start equipping some more people. So these people are going to be people that are going to die for sure. So all of the people that we've got out with Hunter XP, I don't want to bring out with us. We're going to bring out basically all of the unnamed people that are the most recent ones that have come out. They're all going to be the ones that are going to come and attack on this one. So we'll have a look at what gear we can sort of give to everyone. So the Twilight Sword needs to be taken off. When we go to David, we need to make a note. In fact, where is David? Let's skip in the next hunt. Needs Twilight Sword. Put down there. Cool. And then we'll hide skip next hunt as well. Okay, so obviously the permanent things stay the same. They're not proficient in the guitars anymore. Actually, the Lion Beast guitar, what was that? 1 claw, 1 hide. Yeah, we could have made a second one of those, but again, I'd rather have used the leather for the shields, that's fine. Everything requires hide. Not really got the best of really much, because we've got some people that are really quite low. The shield would be best given to this person, I think. And the helmet's good for the rawhide thing, but... Oh, the evasion, sorry, isn't it? Yeah. We want that extra evasion. So not going to have anything else. And we can't connect a blue up with something. We don't have another blue. Got blue on the top. But that is fine. I'm just trying to see what else we can sort of do here. I think that's kind of... Yeah, the evasion's just so useful. Is the evasion useful? To be fair, one evasion, it's nice. But I suppose actually I'm going back on literally what I just said. The one evasion's nice. I don't think it's better than just having an overall safety. Now look at that guy's armor. Look at his head armor. Because of the 2 and the shield. It's impressive. There we go. So, I'm not going to bother bringing in the Founding Stone. We can even make his head armor even stronger. Oh, no, we can't. Yeah, I'm not going to bother bringing in the Founding Stone. This person's evasion kind of needs to be up because their armor's so low. Actually, do you know what I might do? I could get rid of the raw headband and put that instead, but then it's just one hit location. We'll leave it. I think we won't worry too much about it. I won't bother bringing the other ones. Okay. Naming these people. Honestly, not entirely sure. These people, what did he already figured? Yeah, naming them, I'm not entirely sure. So we'll wait. We'll wait and see. They're not going to gain a survival if we name them whilst they're out and about. But it'd be nice to name them before they die. Because they're going to be getting plus survival anyway. Normally, I think you're only meant to be able to name them in the settlement. When you name them in the settlement, you gain a survival. But we're going to be getting maximum survival regardless. So we'll leave it like that. We're going up against the King's Men. These are the people that we're going to be coming out with. So, Defiant Survivors get 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. All new people as well meant to get 1 understanding. They already do. Cool. And we'll go out and we'll fight. We will see just how devastating this can be. So this is the King's Man fight. Alright. We've got acanthus plants that we can set up, which is actually going to be quite nice if we can try and grab those. So the acanthus plants we can put anywhere, but you can see that the columns we need to keep where they are. So we'll kind of put the acanthus plants on either side here. They need to be 6 away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Need to be 1 more. Boop, boop. There you go. It's actually even like that. Right. There was once a monster that was to lead its master's regal procession. First, the monster came as a herald, then its hungry masters. So fierce were the monster's masters that it never thought to protect its own back, knowing what horrors lay behind it. So this thing is extremely devastating, and it can do some horrendous damage. Thankfully, though, if we lose against him, the only thing that happens is we lose pottery, and we don't have pottery yet. I like the idea of he defeats the 4 survivors, kind of throws a tantrum, just fucking breaks a pot, and then walks off. So, at the start of the monster's turn, and whenever the hit location deck is shuffled, we need to place the 3 battle pressure hit location cards on top of his deck. These are the battle pressures. This hit is cancelled. If the survivor is adjacent to the monster, they may king step, which we'll get into that in a second. At the start of each monster's turn, perform a basic attack. Then you draw an AI card as normal. Its weak spot, it has a -4 toughness from behind as opposed to the -1. Oh, well, actually, as opposed to the accuracy, the -1 accuracy. It now has -toughness from behind. But it also has reach 2, which means whenever it moves, it's always going to sort of like aim to go 1 space away from us, as opposed to being right next to us, which you'll see why for as well. That's its basic attack. So you can see it sort of arches. It hits 2 spaces in front in like a curve because he's got a spear or like a halberd. So he's doing a big sweep. So it should be very interesting. We don't want people to be next to one another. That's basically what it is. And King Step. So, King Step is something that we're going to be seeing a lot. So we might as well keep this up. If we have Forbidden Dance, which we do not, it's not really going to do much for us. But King Step, Your body trembles and your mind wavers. You struggle just to stay standing against the pressure projected by the monster. Discard all unresolved hit locations, end your attack, and attempt to overcome. Now you add 1 tempo token, and then you'll add +1 tempo token, sorry, for the result that you do. And if you get a 10, you then manage to get yourself King Step. Everything else sort of fails and you take an injury and you get another tempo token, but it's all going towards King Step. And what King Step does is when you attack, you get rid of all the battle pressure and you draw wounds up to all the battle pressures that you had. So you basically ignore the armor that the guy has, but you need to unlock King Step first. This is why the guy is quite difficult. Every single hit that you can do against him is padded by 3 hit points every single time. Well, every single round. So if you have one person that gets 3 attacks off, that's fantastic. Everyone else can get a go. But it is difficult. It's difficult to get off. But we'll see how the fight goes. So I don't think we got some stone noses actually. So they're going to get a brain. They're going to get a brain. Obviously, we're not getting an extra survival here because of we're at the max. And that is it. Right. So who's got the bow? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You are too far away. They need to be 1 step closer for you. With that, we are going to reveal the next 3 hit locations and put them back in any order. Unfortunately, that it's just all the battle eyes. It's just not going to be able to do anything for it. But we can look at the monster's AI card. So we're going to have them move up to here, I think. And then we're going to have... oh, this is white, actually, so it's not going to be able to do it. It's moving the wrong person. Sorry, I want blue. So I want to move blue sort of up to here. And we're going to have them use the raw headband so we can look at the top 2. So that's the zone of death. All threats in the zone of death. In the order of the monster's controller's choice. So he's going to do a basic attack first and then do this zone of death. And the basic attack is going to be the closest threat. So long as no one becomes a threat, if we all stay out of his range, then that would be fine. I think that might be the best, because then he's just going to guard, and then this will come up, and then he'll just guard again, so he'll just double guard, which means he'll have +10 toughness on his next attack, but it's kind of like, I think this is kind of devastating. Survivors with King Step may ignore it. So that's at 3 speed, 3 accuracy, 3 damage. We could have someone with a shield potentially go in there, actually, and see if they can tank it. But then they're tanking 2 damage. Was this one the closest threat in field of view in range? Move fully towards the target, make a separate attack against each survivor in the highlighted zone. In order indicated by the arrows. So just sort of like just a sweep in front. And you gain this 1 movement token. Yeah, I think we'll put this one on top, and I think we'll just keep people out of the zone, out of the range for now. It does mean we're going to need 10s to be able to damage him after this, but that's fine, as long as we stay out of the zone. We're going to have this unnamed survivor sort of go over here then. This unnamed survivor go here, and then this unnamed survivor go here. We're literally just all just going around in preparation for this. That is fine. So we'll leave that at the end of the turn. So he's going to do a basic attack action. Since we are not in range, he is going to guard, which means he gets +5 toughness right now. So he is on 17. Then we're going to draw an AI card, which is this. We're not in the zone of death. So he's just going to guard again. So he's currently on 22 toughness, given that guard stacks. So we need 10s to be able to hit, basically. But we're going to do preparation. We know that the next one's going to be a push forward, and we want to try and keep people as far away as possible. So our bow person, do you know what? This person's got Legolas. We're going to call him Legolas. So in that way, Legolisi. It's a woman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can shoot. So we can attempt to get some rolls off. There's really nothing else to do, I think, right now. So we might as well try. Or we could... Oh, we can't shoot with them. So we'll have them do that. Then we'll have this person... Do you know, like why we're here? Sort of... I know I spelled Gimli wrong, but why we're here doing it is just going to be the whole shebang. Aragon. And we got one more person, Pipsqueak. So we've actually named people. So we're going to have then Gimli then go up. Gimli's actually going to be targeted, I think. So we're going to have Gimli go up here. And they are going to shield. That's what I'll do. We're not going to bother trying to go for attacks for everyone here. Everyone with a shield, we're going to have them shield. I'm going to have Aragon. We're sort of doing like a chess game here. Very reminiscent of just like copying one another. And I think we're just going to have Pipsqueak then go, because the target, the basic attack is going to be the survivor and then the closest threats. It's going to be, we're going to get to choose between these two because it's not random. So if we had it go for Gimli, I've got my pounce, don't I? Which is 3 movements. So if he's going to go to Gimli, he's going to stop there. 1, 2, 3. We kind of want to be like here. But that's fine. We can make ourselves go here instead. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're both 4 away. But yeah. So if we go here instead, and he goes and attacks Gimli, we're now 1, 2, 3. We can get a pounce off and get a hit off on him. Well, he'll be here. Sorry, he needs to be here because he'll be back 2 spaces from 1, 2, 3. So we'll move there. That's fine. And then we're going to take a shot with Legolas. I mean, we literally don't really, like, there's no point in doing anything else. Actually, we can look at the AI cards instead. Yeah, we'll look at the AI cards instead. I think it's actually silly otherwise. So we know this one. Furthest threat of range in field of view. So it means it's going to be going after Legolasy. So we don't want that. We want the other one first. So, monster's turn. Let's make sure that I'm going through as the second turn now, so we go into there. Not like that really means anything. So, the toughness has gone back down. He's going to perform a basic attack. The closest survivor in range, since we get to choose, we're going to have him go over to here to go for Gimli. So, full move towards the target. Make a separate attack against each survivor in the highlighted area. We are just out of the area here, because... Oh, sorry. Shit, we're in the area. Full move towards the target, make a separate attack. Actually, where is it? It has it. When a monster moves towards a target, end the monster's movement 1 space away from the target. If the monster was already adjacent to its target, it will move 1 space away. Yeah, so it does have to be. This means the King's Man can attack on diagonals. Yeah. Yeah, I messed up the thingy there. I messed up the lining. So we are going to get hit with that, I think, because it's 2. We're literally just in line of it, and we don't have dash or anything. Can dodge, though. So that's going to be a hit in order. So it's going to be 3 against Gimli first. So we're looking for... he needs 4s to be able to hit me, so he hits me twice. So we'll roll that. That's going to be in the body and the arms. So that's going to be 3 damage in the body, which we'll take. And then we're going to use the shield to block the arms one, so we don't need to bother about that damage. And that says after damage, you get bash and knockback in the direction indicated by the arrows. So it means they're going to get bashed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and bash means they're knocked down. Now we need Legolasy. We're ignoring the top one there. Same thing, except this time it hits on 3 dice, unfortunately. So 3 damage on each one of these. Head, arms, and arms. Oh, this is devastating. So we're going to dodge one of them. We're going to dodge one of the arms. And then the second arm will go into a critical. And we'll dodge the head. Sorry. Which means our arms. Double arm damage. We are rolling twice on the arms already. It is a bad start. 5, ruptured muscle. A painful rip, the arm hangs limp. You can no longer activate fighting arts. This injury is permanent and can be recorded once, gain a bleed token. That's not actually terrible. Just not being able to do fighting arts. Not too bad. Especially for someone that doesn't have any... actually, King Step is a fighting art, but I wasn't really expecting the bow person to be able to reach that position anyway. Roll again. 9, dislocated shoulder. Pop! You cannot activate 2-handed or paired weapons or use block until the showdown ends. Oh, that's terrible. We can't use the bow. We cannot use the bow. We're back to just using the fucking throwing knife, and we know how bad the bone darts have been for us. Oh my god, that's so unfortunate. Yeah. Okay. So that's that one, and then we're going to get 1, 2, 3. Can't go back any further, but we get bashed. And now he's going to do his next attack. Closest threat in field of view in range, which will be these two here. Unfortunately, I really planned this terribly. Full move towards the target. Make a separate attack against each survivor in the highlighted zone in order indicated by the arrow. So I'm going to move over to here. And that is a 4+ again to hit. I'm going to go for Aragon first. Hits twice. 3 damage to the arms and the waist. The arms goes all the way. Waist goes here. They're going to get knocked over because that heavy damage. And they're going to gain -1 movement token. Which is not good at all. And now we'll go against Pipsqueak, who gets hit with all 3. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Aragon can dodge one of these. So we'll say that they dodge the arms. I think. Yeah, we'll say that they dodge the arms. Hold on, let me reset. What were they on? That's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll say they dodge the arms. But Pipsqueak got hit on the leg, head, and arms. Oh my god. We're gonna dodge 1, which will dodge the head. So we got the arms and legs takes 3 damage. And then we also get a -1 movement token, which I need to put back onto that person as well. That should be here like this. Okay. Okay. Back to us then. So we've got 2 people that are down that aren't going to be able to do anything. Oh, sorry, 3 people that are down that won't be able to do anything. We've just got Pipsqueak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we can't even get behind him. We've actually got 4 movement. We really can't get behind him. Ah, it sucks. Okay, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna go here. Just to try and be at an angle where other people can't really hit. And we'll try and go for a hit anyway. So we'll use the guitars, because that gives us +1 extra speed. So we're going to be attacking with 3 hits. Not that any of these I think would actually do any wounds, but I don't really know what else to do. It's also next turn. So we were looking for something better to hit. We don't hit. We could encourage to get someone up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'm going to do anything. So now when I'm going to encourage to get someone up, I think we'll just leave it there. Go to the beast's turn, so he's going to do a basic attack. So he's going to target us, he's going to go backwards, and then he's going to hit. So again, that is 3 dice. We got 2 evade actually on this person, so that is pretty good. So he hits twice. 3 damage to the... Sorry, wrong person. He hits all of them. So 3 damage to the head, the body, and the waist. We'll just... Fucking, actually, no, we'll dodge the head one. We'll dodge the head one. Okay, and that's going to give us bash and knockback. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and bash. He's going to draw the next AI card. Furthest threat in field of view in range. There is no threat, he's just going to guard. So he's going to have +5 toughness for this next round. Then we go next. These people stand up. Pipsqueak doesn't. I do think it's worth encouraging Pipsqueak up. So I'm going to use Aragon to spend a survival to encourage Pipsqueak. And then we'll attack with Aragon first then. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to get behind here. Flip this back over. That is 5+ to hit. Remember, he's got minus toughness as well. So 5+ to hit. There's 2 hits. That removes these 2. Now we can choose. This hit is cancelled if the survivor is adjacent to the monster. They may king step. And that is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to king step. So we're going to add 1+ battle token, but we just roll on this and we'll see what happens. We got a 9, which is, we don't have Forbidden Dance. So You sense a pattern and foresee the monsters attempt to trip you. At last moment, you shift your balance, suffer 1 damage to the legs, but gain a tempo token. So we gain a tempo token, and we take 1 damage to the legs. Cool. Not the end of the world. Alright. Pipsqueak is unfortunately still out of range because of his movement. I don't really know if literally anyone could do anything. We're going to have Pipsqueak then move to here. And he's going to search the acanthus plant here. See what we can get. Hopefully something decent. Find nothing. Okay. That's that one done. Legolas is going to go to here. And we're going to try and throw the bone dart. It's never let us down before, right? That's a 7+. We got it. King's Step. So that's all. He's we're going to do the King's Step as well. So all the hit locations are actually empty right now, but I don't think we have another thing. Shit. Suffer brain damage equal to the monster's level. We don't even gain a token. That's really unfortunate. Yeah, unfortunately we're not in range to be able to deal any damage. So we're just gonna go here. I don't think anyone's in range there to get attacked by anything. And we're gonna shield with Gimli. Okay. So, start of his turn, all 3 of these go back onto the top of the deck. We showed that it was possible. It was possible to get through, but nothing fantastic. I don't know which think we should have dealt the damage there. I think he had plus toughness, but we'll go back to it later. Right, basic attack is going to be the survivor in the blind spot. First of all, so he's going to jump around and perform an attack that's just going to hit Aragon. And Aragon's got 2 evade, so on a 5+ it hits, miss, hits once, which is quite nice. So that's 3 damage to our head. Not so nice. We have a dodge actually. So we will dodge that, which means we don't suffer the after damage stuff. Then it's going to be this card, furthest threat in field of view in range, which I believe will be 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll be Pipsqueak. So they're going to go over to here. Move the monster back 2 spaces without turning, and the target suffers grab. Okay, I was hook and pull. That's pretty cool. So it's like a grab and then yank them around. Really cool visual. 3. Thingy has 0, so that is 3 hits. To the body, and the arms. So we will dodge one of them to the body, so we don't double roll on the body. But the arms and the other thing is... So we're rolling for the arms first and the body. That's a 10. Hit the dirt, we're knocked down. It's good. Body, that's a 5. Destroyed back. Suffer -2 permanent movement. You can no longer activate any gear that has +2 strength. This injury is permanent. Gain a bleed. That is bad. That is bad. Because the destroyed back, yeah, -2 permanent movement is a very bad debuff. Now, we did get the hovel, which one of the consequences for the hovel is a bed, and a bed you can actually repair this from. But yeah, we can't activate this bone blade right now. We can only punch. We're too weak. Oh, actually, we had our shield up. I'm retconning it. I don't care what you say. The destroyed back didn't happen. We're going to block the body one. We just took the arm one. We still take the arm damage. Oh no, it was Gimli. No, sorry. I was giving it to the wrong person. Don't worry, I realised my problem. Oh god. God damn, that's rough for this person as well. That is really bad. We're working on 2 movement with them right now. Okay, and now that's going to be the hook as well. So after damage, move the monster 2 spaces back without turning. Target suffers grab. So they're going to go 1, 2 without turning. They're going to get grabbed with them over to here, and they're going to take 1 brain damage. Oh no, it's just 1 normal damage, isn't it? From somewhere. Where are we taking the damage? It's not even that person as well. A body again. Terrible roll. 5. Destroyed back. This injury is permanent. Can be recorded once. So we don't get anything again. Nothing happens. I don't believe. Maybe we get the bloody token, but I don't think anything else happens. Okay, our turn. All right. Really, really bad way, but we might be able to do some damage here potentially. So Gimli can't use his sword, can he? Oh no, he can. Sorry, it's the destroyed back. So that requires 3 strength. They literally can't use any of their weapons. They're also just fist and tooth again. Oh, that's terrible. We got, is that 2 people? Just that's a ruptured spleen. Why can't you use the bow? Did I not add something to someone? I remember them not being able to use the bow. Oh, yeah, didn't they get torn muscle? No. I can't remember what they got. I seem to remember them getting something that stopped them from being able to do it, unless I gave them ruptured spleen instead of torn, destroyed back. Where's ruptured spleen? A vicious body blow. Skip the next hunt. Gain 2 bleed tokens. Do I even have 2 bleed tokens? I do. Oh, so we can use the bow. What did I feel like I've missed something, but it has only been the arms. That's a body injury. How we get why have I given myself a body injury when I haven't taken the body damage? Things have happened here, and I'm not quite sure why. We're just gonna leave it, and we're gonna continue going as it is. It's not this. This wasn't going to be a successful fight anyway. I'm not too worried about having misplayed and bringing stuff to different people, so I'm not too worried about that. We'll just continue going as it is, but this person can use the bow now. That has annoyed me. I do hate getting rules wrong, but from where I'm rushing myself a lot in these videos. I don't need to be rushing myself. I could be taking it at a more slower pace. So maybe the next time on the next sort of Lantern Years videos, I'm going to go a little bit slower with how I'm doing things to make sure that I'm obviously remembering everything that people have. And then also, because it is a lot to remember, as we've got to say, you got obviously this one's not too much. It's only, we got 4 people and they're different gear grids. But when they start getting special abilities, fighting arts, disorders, then the boss mechanics as well, it can get quite tedious. Not that that's any excuse for me getting this wrong, what I've done so far, but we'll just leave it as it is for now. Okay. We will shoot them with the bow if that's the case. So Legolas is going to be at this angle. We're going to be rolling 2, and it is a 7+ to hit. That is 1 successful hit. We will have them king step, because why not? That is a 7, which we get 1 tempo token, and we are knocked down. So not the end of the world. At least we get the tempo token, and that's 1 damage done. We're going to have Aragon then go behind. Aragon's going to go for a hit. So we're looking for 5 pluses. 1 hit. We're also going to king step. So we get to add +1 to this roll because we've got 1 token. We got a 4 then, which is we need to spend a survival or suffer a severe body injury, gain a tempo token. We have a survival, so we'll do that. And now we've got 2 tempo. Gimli literally needs to use his arms. I'm just going to encourage to get Pipsqueak up. Both of the... Oh no, sorry, Gimli doesn't need to use his arms. Alright, Gimli's going to come in then. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's also going to go behind. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, we're going to have Pipsqueak go first. Pipsqueak's going to use the Fist and Tooth on an 8+. To hit from the front. Doesn't hit. Surprise, surprise. And we'll have them move just over here. And then we'll have Gimli. Actually, we're going to have Gimli stay in front. 1, 2, because we're probably not going to get damage off, so the toughness won't really matter too much. 6 pluses. 1 hit. So they can also king step, which is what I'll allow them to do now. And that is an 8, which is very good. I suffer damage to my legs and gain a tempo. Cool. Right, monster's turn. So all 3 of these now go back to the top. And he's going to perform a basic attack. So Survivor in the blind spot. He's actually going to knock Gimli over. He's going to get pushed to the side because he's going to jump back and he's going to do an attack just against Aragon. That's 5 to be able to hit. It's twice, so it's 3 damage to each of these locations. Head and body. Thankfully, you don't suffer any permanent injuries there, but we do get knocked over, which we would have done it anyway. And bash and knock back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bashed all the way over to there. Sorry, wrong way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to draw the top card, and closest threat in field of view in range is unfortunately going to be Pipsqueak. He's just going to turn around, full move towards a target, make the separate attack against each survivor in the highlighted area. So that is just going to be, there's no defense for Pipsqueak. That is just going to be 3 hits. It's going to be 3 damage on each one. We rolled in body twice, so we'll just roll them both. An 8 and a 3. So an 8 is a bleed, and a 3 is 2 bleed. They're dead. That's why I didn't. That's why I didn't bother doing it all at the same time, because that's 1 bleed from that, 2 bleed from the other one. That is 5 bleed tokens. They are dead. Unfortunate. Okay, now it's our turn. So you got knocked over during the enemy's attack, but used to both stand up, I believe. No, Gimli. Yeah, no, Gimli got knocked over during the enemy's attacks. He got jumped back. So it's just Legolasy. Okay, they are going to encourage. What do they encourage? They encourage you. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're not going to have range. They're going to encourage Gimli up. And then they're going to shoot as well from their same spot. So 7 pluses to hit. That's unfortunate. If we were behind him, would have got it. That's another thing. I think when you're in the blind spot, you get the bonus. But if you're just... I don't know if, like... If you're using the bow to attack them from behind, but you're not directly behind them, if you get the bonuses or not. I don't believe you do. But it'll be something that I Google after this. And we'll see. For now, that's a miss. Then we're just going to have Gimli then do a shot or do a hit. So we're looking for 5 pluses here. 1 hit, which we'll do, and we'll have them king step, which is a 4. I believe we've got 1 tempo token. So we get a severe, spend a survival, so we'll spend a survival, and we gain a tempo token. Sorry, it's 5 that we should be on. Yeah, it's the same thing. Cool, and then it is the monster's go. So he's going to basic attack, survivor in the blind spot. So yoink, yoink. He goes again. 1, 2, 3. Miss, miss, hits. Only hits us the once. That's fantastic. In our legs. Not so fantastic. Oh, we're going to dodge. Spend our 1 survival, dodge. Take no damage from that. Fantastic. Closest threat, knockdown survivor in range. They're not in range. Closest threat in range. Unfortunately, going to be Gimli again. So it's going to be another 3. Miss, hit, hit. Reduce armor at this location to 0 before applying damage. Oh, that is 2 hits. Let's hopefully we don't get the head. Legs, both in the legs. There's already 0 as well. So that is going to be knocked down, and we're rolling twice on the legs here for Gimli, which is a 5 and a 7. So the 5 is the hamstring. A painful rip. The leg is unusable. You can no longer use any fighting art or abilities. This injury is permanent and can be recorded once. Gain a bleeding token. So hamstrung. I'm going to actually give it to the right person here. Gain a bleeding token. And the other one was, what, a 7 for the legs, which is the torn muscle. We can't dash until the showdown ends, and we need to skip the next hunt. So we'll also put that one down. Torn muscle. Not terrible, also not great, though. We are knocked over. That's his turn done. Aragon stands up. We're going to use our encourage to stand Gimli up. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can't get behind, unfortunately. Alright, we're gonna have Thingy shoot first. Come on. 7 pluses. Okay, brilliant. You're fucking useless. We'll have you go up to there, and you'll shield. I think we'll just have Gimli go to here. Oh. Yeah, fuck it. They'll also shield. Alright, monster. Basic attack. Closest threat in range. We'll have them go for Gimli. So they're going to go here first. Oh, wrong dice. These 3. Miss. Miss. Hits once. Which is going to be 3 damage. Which, because we shielded, it's not going to do anything. So none of that comes into effect. Then we do this, which is a mood. Oh. When Lash Out is in play, you draw another AI card. Whenever a survivor moves into a space in the trip zone, they end their movement and suffer bash. That's terrible. Closest threat in field of view in range. It's between the 2 of us. Move towards the target and do the slashy. So we're actually going to make him turn around and go for him instead. Because he's got his shield up. And he's got higher thing. So he hits twice. There's going to be 3 damage in each location here. Which is the body and the arms. We will take 3 damage to the arms. We'll block the body one with the shield. And then we get bash, bleed 2, knockback 5. So we already got knocked down. Knockback in what direction? This direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boop. That's fine. That is fine. Our turn. Okay. Maybe they can hit with the bow this time. Let's see. 7 pluses. Let's go. Nope. Okay, Gimli, you're behind. Let's get a hit off. So we're looking for 5 pluses here. It's a crit. Obviously doesn't do anything, unfortunately. Just means we can king step. And we've got 2 tokens. That's a 2. That's a 4. We need to spend survival or suffer a severe body injury, which I believe we don't have a survival, so we are suffering a severe body injury for Gimli, which is a 5, which is the destroyed back. So we can't activate our item anymore. So do you know when I said about, oh no, that's Gimli. Gimli wouldn't be able to, wouldn't have that anyway. Well, here we go. They've got the 2 bleed, -2 permanent movement. It's happened anyway. It foretold. It knew what was coming. Alright, that's the end of our turn. Goes to the monster's turn. He's going to basic attack, so he's going to go against Gimli first, because he's in the blind spot. Miss, hit. 3 damage to the head. 1, 2, 3. And then that is going to bash, bleed 2, knockback. We're dead. Because of bleed. We die from bleed. So they are also now dead. We flip this. Closest threat in field of view in range, which is going to be you. They're going to do the dash forward. So on a 4s it hits. Hits us twice for 3 damage. 3 damage to our legs and our arms. So we're rolling for both the legs and arms. We'll do those at the same time. The arms is 6 and legs are 2. Die. They're also dead. Dead from the crit. That's the end of the turn. Aragon stands up as the only remaining person. You've got this, Aragon, right? You've only done 0. We've done 0 damage to the boss. Okay. Aragon's going to come up here and they're going to bring up their shield. Goes to the enemy's turn. They're going to come here, do a basic attack. Hits twice. And that is both to the body. We're going to dodge one on the body. The other one's going to hit the body. And that is going to be 2. It's an instant death. Wow. What a massacre. What a massacre. But I expected this. I expected this from this one. This boss is extremely difficult to go up against. As I say. So yeah, that is the end of that. Being defeated from this boss. The King's Man rudely breaks something as it leaves the settlement. If the settlement invaded pottery, return it to the innovation deck. We don't have pottery. So we do not have to return it to the deck. I realised we had one endeavour left, which we didn't use, but that's fine. That's been gone now. So, because everyone here is dead, we can return them back to the settlement. That is just a squad clear. They get returned back. All 4 that we gave birth to are gone. So we'll heal up so we can remove those tokens as well. Heal up, heal up, heal up. Yeah, it kind of, it gives you a good understanding of like how like far behind we are gear wise. I wasn't expecting to do anything to win against the King's Man, but we didn't even get damage in because of he's like battle hardened. So it just goes to show how sort of behind we are with things. But having been killed to that, because we've got graves, we're actually going to get 2, 4, 6, 8 endeavors because of that. Because we had 2, you get 2 for everyone that dies during the hunt. So we are going to be mating, I think, pretty much this whole thing again. It will be like hunting, I think would be the Screaming Antelope. Because we want to start getting leather armor, I believe is kind of what we want to go after, and some pelt. Seeing as we've got the full White Lion gear now. We want to mate with the extra intimacy that we have. Let's also clear skip next hunt so those people can come back. So yeah, I apologize for messing up on that combat. It, like, as I say, it does infuriate me when I end up getting rules wrong. But with a game, I'm basically saying this as a way to give it to myself and being like, it's okay. There is so many rules that there are to keep track of on this game. It is bound to happen that we will get some rules incorrect. But, you know, these are hopefully mistakes that if you guys try to do solo campaigns or want to learn from the game, you can obviously learn from my mistakes. I am going to Google about the bow, and I'm going to see about how that bow works come the next year. But that is year 9 done. We were expecting it to be a massacre. We're going into year 10. There's nothing happening in year 10. We've got no special events going to happen when we come back into this. So we can come in, we can hopefully get a good settlement event, kill the Screaming Antelope, and just go ahead and do the next one after the fact. So thank you very much for watching. Again, we are now on to year 10. So we are a third of the way through what would be the campaign, because there is 30 years. So we'll see how things go. Thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.